Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the What We Said podcast. Happy Tuesday. I hope you have been having a great week so far, and we're here to make it better. Today we're going to do, in celebration of JC leaving for maternity leave.
Crazy.
We are going to do a last little shebang of
some trivia.
Just bombarding you with pregnancy talk and birth talk. We're going to do some trivia, though. We're going to make it fun. Like new mom, we had Beth come up with new mom pregnancy facts for trivia for us to guess.
I'm terrified actually because I feel like I'm gonna know none of it.
Yeah,
and but then you'll scare me.
It's gonna scare you.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're not too scary.
Yeah.
So
I can't believe
1 to 10. How painful.
I cannot believe the time has come. I'm gonna miss you guys. I'm really not gonna be gone for that long. I feel like. From the episodes, because
from their point of view,
yeah, because we've been batching a lot, whatever, but this is the last you'll see me for a few weeks, and just wanted to say, you can see updates on my Instagram, more real time probably. I don't know how much I'll be posting. I don't know if I just want to take the time off completely, but I'll probably do a little update at some point when she's born. Just let everyone know I'm alive and well.
Yeah,
but yeah, I feel like I would not feel, well, maybe I should do this at the end, but I would be remiss if I did not say just thank you guys so much for all the support on my pregnancy as a whole. I was looking back at some of my old content. I think it's easy to just kind of forget how long this journey has been. And I'm not just talking about pregnancy, but obviously if you guys watched my whole IVF thing and even before then sharing some infertility stuff, I just, sometimes when you, get the result you want or you're living in this new reality, I think it's easy to just be cool, I'm in this stage now. And it's I was just kind of scrolling back through my IVF highlight on Instagram, whatever. And it was just had me really reminiscing. And I was wow, this has been a really long just journey and a long time coming. And I feel like you guys have been there through it all. You really have. And yeah, I just had to shout out my girls because I feel like you guys are literally my best friends. And I actually met a girl in public today, just at a coffee shop. And she was your pregnancy means so much to me and my family. She's we all had it on the TV screen when you announced and had your video playing. And we were just all crying. We were so happy for you. And I was oh my gosh, it really did remind me just how just lucky I feel for you guys and connected I feel with you. And so yeah, had to definitely share that before I leave for a few weeks because yeah, I just feel grateful.
End of an era.
Mm-hmm. Last time you'll see the bump on YouTube, maybe.
Yeah. It's crazy. Maybe. The home stretch.
It's so funny. Late night,
you just come back, you're still pregnant.
Gotcha. I don't know if I shared this on the podcast, but the other day I was we're talking about at a certain, I don't remember even what we were talking about, but I was well, we might have a 2-month-old by then or something. And Leif's might? I'm still in denial of well, maybe she would be 2 months.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a thing of oh, maybe she'd be 2 months in a week. I was literally being well, we might have a baby, maybe. And he's yeah.
Yeah, it's coming.
She's coming. You will be giving birth. I'm oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's so surreal. I don't know when the imposter syndrome goes away. And I completely understand I'm pregnant. I'm feeling very pregnant at the moment. But I'm just I still cannot comprehend the reality of it. Of just especially when I see Elwood, I'm what do you mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean that there is an actual child inside of me? It just doesn't feel possible. And even though my stomach feels so whatever, I feel big and all of it.
Feel her moving.
I feel her moving constantly, but I'm but she can't. There's no way there's an average size baby. She has to be 2 pounds in there.
Yeah.
And she's not. I know that she's not. But do you know what I mean? I'm just how is there a thing like that?
Yeah.
That's going to come out. I'm just shook by the whole experience, truly. I can't believe it. I'm excited. But it really is weirdly, I felt my whole pregnancy, I've felt very, I guess it's weird. I feel twofold. I feel very connected to her in a way where I'm like, I kind of already feel like I know what she looks like a little bit. I don't know, just from ultrasounds and like just from the feeling of like, oh, I kind of know her already. That's how I feel. But then on the other hand, I've like completely dissociated from like I'm saying, I can't even comprehend it. And I'm just like, wait, it's like, is it really going to happen?
Yeah.
Even the whole birth thing, I'm like, you're kidding, right? Like, it just seems so unreal. And I think I posted about that somewhere, and a lot of girls were like, no, I didn't understand or like even believe that I was going to give birth until like my baby was in my arms. And then you're like, oh.
Yeah. And sometimes even then you're like, what?
Yeah. It just seems
like, I can't
so
believe
insane.
you're here. And then when you're home with the baby, you're like, okay, so I'm not pregnant anymore. I went to the hospital. I gave birth to you, and now I just have a baby in my house. Like, what is happening?
What is happening? And now I'm like in charge of you forever. What the?
I know.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It really is.
It's going to be so fun. I'm so excited. Like, now I'm on the other side of it where it's like I'm used to people asking me for like birth updates. Like, you feeling anything yet? And now I'm finding the urge to like ask you every day, like, you feeling anything?
Yeah.
Like, it's always like baby watch.
Yeah.
But
it is always like when you have a friend that's pregnant, you are always just like on the edge of your seat. That's how I felt when you were getting towards the end. I'm like, any day. Like,
I know.
Me and Leif would always be like, it's just so weird that it's like inevitable.
Yeah.
Because at one point you're just like, oh,
maybe it won't happen.
Maybe it won't happen. Maybe it was all fluke. And it's like, no, it's literally going to happen. Like, it's so crazy.
I know.
So yeah, I don't even know. Like, I wanted to do kind of like a pregnancy recap, but I don't know. That's kind of it. Like,
okay, we'll just say favorite thing about being pregnant and least favorite thing about being pregnant, and then your favorite pregnancy memory.
Oh, that's cute. Okay. My favorite thing about being pregnant.
We'll start with the least favorite, maybe, and then we can start getting positive.
Good idea. The least favorite is, shocker, being nauseous 24/7 in the beginning. I was like kind of doing the math, and I was realizing that for 5 months of my pregnancy, pretty much I was like,
it's a long time,
pretty much deathly ill. Like, I mean, maybe 3 or 4 months was like really bad, and the 5th month was just like, ooh, it's
functioning.
I'm functioning, but like I'm not well. That's a long time. You experienced that as well.
It's a long time.
We are her sisters in Christ. It was really rough. Like, I think after going through obviously a lot to get pregnant, I just have felt so grateful to be pregnant that it really, like, at the end of the day, I was always just like, but I'm so glad I'm pregnant. Like, it was never, like I got pregnant on accident, and then I had this horrible sickness where I'm just like, really? I always felt grateful at the same time.
Purposeful.
Yes, like, but that doesn't take away that throwing up all the time is like so miserable, and I felt like so not myself. So that's definitely the worst part for me. And I'm just like wondering if I do get pregnant again in the future, like if it's going to be like that. I'm like, ooh, wow, that was a lot. My favorite part, oh gosh, I would say just like the perspective shift it's given me. I already feel like, I don't know, I just feel a huge shift in my life of my priorities, my mindset. I truly feel in a way more motivated than I ever have in my life, in a weird way. Maybe not in this exact moment. Like, I would like to just be sitting down, laying down. I'm not like, oh, I want to be on my grind. But just like mentally, I feel like I just feel this kind of renewed sense of life where I'm like, I'm so excited to create new memories, like, for our family. And like, I'm just so excited to have a family with Leif, like we've just been waiting for that for so long, and it just is so exciting. That's, I feel like Leif, when we went to Carmel, we were just talking about like, oh, we can't wait to bring her here. Like, we just kind of feel a renewed sense of inspiration to like travel and do fun things and just have her be a part of our lives, I guess. And make her childhood fun. And like, I don't know. I think just the mentality of it all has been like really refreshing, because I never, even though that was an exciting thought to me, it was also like a painful thing when I was going through my infertility, and I didn't know if it would ever happen. So I feel like I wouldn't even let myself go there. you know?
Yeah.
Like I've never been able to even have those fun thoughts of like,
looking forward to
I'm
it.
so excited
Yeah.
to do this with my kids because I'm like, well, am I even gonna have kids? Like,
Yeah, that's true.
so I think now that I've like fully let myself go there, it's like just kind of a
Letting yourself feel it all.
like almost a weight off my shoulders too of just like, oh, I can be excited about this thing that has been once like a
Guarded.
like a guarded, not exciting topic for me, and now I can just freely and transparently like. I literally haven't even let myself go there probably until like a few weeks ago. Like
Really?
I just literally my entire pregnancy, I'm like always, okay, well, I hope it happens. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, maybe we'll have a baby. And Lake's like, what do you're 9 months pregnant. I'm like, oh, like it has felt very unreal. So yeah, that's been probably my favorite part.
Yeah. That's great. I love that.
And what was the last question?
Your favorite memory, your favorite pregnancy memory.
Oh my gosh. Probably just finding out that I'm pregnant.
Yeah,
I'm
I was gonna say maybe like maybe not finding out because that's obviously like just the best, but
that's just really the moment though. It really is because I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah. Like fast forward to now.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah. I think that's obviously I'm just excited to meet her. That'll be the number one moment, but I think just finding out that it was real and that it like actually worked was just, like one of the happiest moments of my life for sure because I knew that it was possible.
Yeah.
You know, at the very least, like even if something had gone wrong, I like had never seen a positive pregnancy test and I just never knew if I ever would.
Yeah.
So I think that just wins. That was the moment. And yeah, I mean, obviously like ultrasounds, like seeing an ultrasound and like having it actually be a baby and like seeing the heartbeat. Like there's been so many moments that I'm just like,
actually
this is so surreal.
It's crazy.
Never knew it was going to be in there. No, but just having it basically when
like
you
confirmed
first get,
again and again and again.
Yes, like when you first get IVF ultrasounds, it's like literally a sack and they're like, oh yeah, it's
true,
progressing. And you're like, oh.
I never thought about that.
Because you get more scans than like a normal pregnancy because they have to confirm it a few times. And so, and then like at the next one, it was like arms and like legs kind of. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It just,
That's
very
crazy.
surreal, all of it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Though that's beautiful. I just, I don't even want to say this without crying, but I just saw it that when you're saying that, it reminds me of my sister-in-law and so Nick's twin sister and her husband. They also struggled with IVF for not with IVF. They did a lot of rounds of IVF and struggled with infertility for years. And then she got pregnant. Literally, I can't talk about it. She got pregnant and then like a few weeks after we did. So then she gave birth a couple weeks after I did. So she has a baby now. And she like posted this TikTok of them with their baby and it literally made me sob because I'm just like, oh my gosh, if like I wish I could have shown that to them or like, you know, in those moments. And then you just like fast forward and it's like, oh, they have their baby now and they're just like this happy family. They get their dream and it's just like the longest journey to get there. And it's just so sweet.
It is.
To like have those moments, I'm sure when you struggle with that to see like the literal fruits of your labor.
Yeah, for sure. It does make it like so, well, I don't know. I haven't met her yet. I'm like, hopefully I like her. No.
Yeah.
It does make it feel so worth it to be like, oh my gosh, like it actually happened. But it also like, I remember someone had asked if like, oh, now that you got pregnant, like I don't know if we've ever talked about this. Like, did you kind of, not like forget about your infertility, but it's like, is it now easier for you to be, I don't know what the question was. Something like that though. Like, did it kind of like take the weight off? And I was thinking like, infertility is also like my Roman Empire. Even though I got pregnant and I'm so grateful and I'm so happy, like it doesn't ever really, I don't know. It doesn't ever really feel like solved or go away. Like I still very much.
You went through it.
Went through that, remember it very well, and also like know that I'm going to potentially go through it again if I want to have another kid. Like it's not guaranteed, you know, that the next IVF thing will work if I want to do IVF again.
Yeah.
And not to even like go there. It's like, let's have this first, let's have the baby first and like see what, if I even want that, you know? But I'm just saying to
when
go
you think
through
of that,
something, to go through something like infertility, it's like, it's not lost on me that it's like, it is a kind of not like a lifelong struggle, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you're never going to forget that you went through that.
Yeah.
And it's still super hard and it's different. Like even when people will just talk about like accidentally getting pregnant or something, like, no, I don't want to say it triggers me, but like it's still, I'm just like, oh wow, like that would be incredible.
Yeah.
Like, I can't not relate to that at all.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's just something that will always be, I guess, like a part of my life that like I'm passionate about, that I don't know. I just feel for my infertility girlies, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like it's not like once you get pregnant, you're just like, yay, bye. Like this was, I don't know. All my dreams came true. Now I'm so happy. It's like, it's still a huge part of like my story, I guess.
Yeah.
So I feel like very deeply for people who have gone through it in any capacity or who are going through it right now. And it's a hard reality sometimes to live with. So, but yeah, sorry to bring the mood down. I'm very excited for all of it. I
know.
Just can't believe it's happening so soon. Absolutely wild.
I know. Next time you sit on this couch, you won't be pregnant anymore.
Crazy.
And you'll have a little baby. If you are looking to be in your health and wellness era this summer, you're going to love our new sponsor, Lipton Green Tea. So Lipton Green Tea is a proactive wellness hack to support your overall health. 2 cups a day delivers a quick and simple win on your individual health and wellness journey, thanks to the goodness of flavonoids. So they have their new signature blend green tea, which is a proprietary blend balanced with a hint of jasmine green tea to deliver a delicate floral fragrance and a smooth, refreshing, easy to sip taste. It has 100 milligrams of flavonoids per 8-ounce cup. And they also have their new lemon, peach, and honey ginger green tea. So this one is a fresh fruit-inspired experience, crafted with a signature green tea base and blended with ingredients to impart the taste of real squeezed fruit. That one has 75 milligrams of flavonoids per 8-ounce cup. So drinking 2 cups of Lipton green tea daily is a great ally for wellness and a simple way to up your everyday health habits.
2 cups of Lipton green tea can help support health by providing approximately the same amount of flavonoids as eating 8 cups of raw kale. I don't know about you, I would much rather drink 2 cups of green tea than have to eat raw kale. So it's nice to get those same benefits. So flavonoids are naturally occurring bioactives found in tea, vegetables, and fruit. And just 2 cups a day is an easy way to support health. It's a delicious way of getting those bioactives into your diet. I feel as though if you are someone who's drinking a couple of cups of tea a day, you are really that girl. You have your life together, and I trust you with my whole heart. So try new Lipton green tea. Again, that is the new Lipton green tea. Go check it out. That will be a wild feeling.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about how weird it will be to not have the stomach at this point.
Yeah.
Like I'm always aware of it at this point. Just when I'm trying to get past life in the kitchen, I'm like, you know, I don't know. It'll be weird to just one day it's like, okay.
Yeah. When you're like trying to scoop past people in a restaurant or something, and usually you like can kind of slide through and you're like, excuse me. And they're like, oh, kind of skinny. And you're like, I'm going to need you to get up out of your seat, move the chair.
It does make things more difficult.
Yeah.
I know. Leif will be trying to get past me in the bathroom and I'm like, there's
nothing
I can do for you. Like the bathroom is like this wide and I'm like brushing my teeth and he's trying to get past. I'm like, normally I could, hike up. Nope. You're going to have to wait for a sec.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah. Anyway,
Crazy.
do you have anything else you want to talk about before we get into this trivia?
Well, actually, I guess if you're watching on YouTube, I'm wearing a hat with my son's name on it, Elwood.
So cute.
Nick bought this hat before we had Elwood. And I obviously knew about the company, like the clothing company. There's, I think they're in LA, called Elwood. And when I heard the name that, like when my friend had sent me that name list and it had Elwood on it, I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. And honestly, there was part of me that was like, because I knew about this company, I was like, wait, like I have shirts from there. Like, is that weird if I have, like, it's something else? And then I was talking to Nick and we were just like, no name is never going to have, like, nothing else is named that.
Right.
There's no other existence of that name,
right.
You know? But people will send me it all the time. They'll be like, did you know that there's a company you should buy something? And Nick had bought this hat like 2 weeks before we had Elwood. And it was our top name, but we didn't know for sure. was like, Nick, what are you doing buying that hat? Like, it's so cheesy. What, are you going to wear that to the hospital and like have the name? Like,
kind of iconic.
I know, but now it's funny because he has a jacket and has Elwood on the back, and people are like, did you get that shirt made? I'm like, no, it's just the company's name.
That is so funny.
I will need to get a shirt or a hat with Case's name though before he starts to learn to read.
To make it even.
Yeah, he's like, why are you wearing hats with Elwood's name?
Luckily, it's like such a cute brand too.
Yeah, it's so cute.
It's a vibe.
I know.
That's
fun.
so funny.
I know.
I love it.
Case has a shirt with Elwood on it too. It says like Elwood across the front.
You guys are
So
just
when he wears that,
repping him
my mom saw him. She's like, where'd he get that shirt? I'm like, it's just a brand.
That is so funny.
I know.
Just custom merch for the new baby,
Yeah,
like
literally.
every day.
Custom merch.
So cute.
I know.
Okay, we might have to use your phone for
Yes,
this situation.
let's do
My
this.
phone's about to die because I'm stupid.
Okay, so let's get this trivia started. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna know any of these.
Really?
What percent of babies, like percentages I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, what percent of babies are born on their actual due date? Do you want me to just read them instead of passing it back and forth? Or do you want to read them?
You can just read them. We can both guess though,
Yeah.
right? Because you can't see the answer yet.
No.
I'm gonna guess 15%.
I'm going to guess 10.
Okay.
I do feel like this question was on, you did like a little trivia for my baby shower for Case.
It sounds familiar to
Yeah.
me, but
And
I don't know the number.
And I
though.
remember it being shockingly low. Let's see the answer. Only about 5% of women actually give birth on the exact date they are due. Most babies arrive between 37 weeks and 41 weeks of pregnancy, but usually within a week either side of their expected due date.
Wow.
Yeah.
5%.
That is really crazy.
It's kind of crazy because, I mean, maybe I'm just like dumb, but it's just like in my head, my due date is like her birthday,
Yeah. No.
but it's not real.
Yeah, I know. That's how I was with Case. I was like, December 13th. Oh my gosh. Like same birthday as Taylor Swift. Like so many. I'm like, what?
Christmas.
In my head. Christmas. Like if you would have told me I would have had a baby on Christmas, I thought for sure I'd have a 2-week-old on Christmas Day.
That's so weird. It's
Yeah.
so trippy because you just truly don't know. Like, are they going
You
to
have
come
no
early? Are they
clue.
going to go late? And it's
Yeah.
like, it could be a range of dates. Yeah. In my head, it's like, okay, that's her birthday, but it's definitely probably not. Only 5%. That's very low.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
there's a chance.
yeah, there's a
but
chance, but
I got it right. No. I mean, this is keeping track, but
well, you should do no so that we can see
Oh, true.
how we do.
how many bones do babies have when they are born?
Oh, no.
This is going to freak me out. I know that they don't have any bones in their ears. Wait, do you even have bones in your ears? Or like they don't have the like cartilage or something. Their ears are so bendy.
soft.
So soft. And I don't think they have knees.
Knees.
They don't have kneecaps.
knees. Here's the problem. I don't even know how much I have. I don't even know how many bones I have. I'm
I think it's like I think it's like over 100. I'm
Okay,
going to
wait.
guess just out of nowhere 55.
I'm going to guess 70. I'm terrified.
Newborns have around 300 bones, which is almost 100 more than the 206 bones that adults have. I said 55. As babies grow, their smaller bones fuse together to form larger bones through a process called ossification. Some of a baby's bones are also made of cartilage, which eventually turns into bone.
Wait, I'm shocked. I thought it was for sure going to be less
I
than
know,
we have.
same. So we have 206.
But I guess
That's
that
good
makes
to know.
sense that it's like you're not going to grow bones maybe. But I don't know what happens in there.
They just have a bunch of tiny ones that turn into big ones. You see how they-
300.
They're really
Ooh, that's
bendy if you
creeping me
think
out.
about it. Like they have to like come out and they're so like, ugh.
That's creeping me out. So I
I
have
have a
like
feeling we're
500
getting none of
bones
these
right now
right.
in my body.
Slay.
Slay.
Our bony queen.
I'm so bony and tiny. Literally can't even see me.
When can newborn babies cry tears? Okay, I do know this is not, they don't cry tears at first.
Really?
Like Elwood still doesn't have tears.
Really?
Wait. Yeah, no. They don't like have tears coming out. I think it's when they're like 6 months.
Okay, that shocks me.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. I can't picture a newborn having tears.
Yeah.
Well, let's go with 6 months then. I don't know the answer.
It might even be like a year, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, let's see. A newborn can holler and scream, but he or she cannot actually cry tears right away. Tears do not show up until about 3 weeks of age because their tear ducts only produce enough tears to lubricate the eyes. As his or her glands develop, the baby will produce more and more tears.
Okay. A year old. Chelsea. She's like, my kids are just so happy. Honestly, they don't cry.
I'm like, Case still has not shed a tear in his life. I'm trying to think the first time I saw like tears fall from Case's eyes. Because I swear Elwood has not had like tears like falling down his eyes. Maybe like welling up. But not where I'm like wiping their tears.
3 weeks. Okay.
3 weeks. Wow. Okay. Well, like slay Elwood. You're not a crybaby.
You learn something new every day. That's crazy though. I mean, I guess I can't really picture a newborn baby. It's just crazy because I feel like they cry a lot, but then nothing's coming out.
Yeah, they're just yelling.
They're just screaming.
Couldn't relate.
I'm very excited about this sponsored segment by ByHeart. This is the perfect episode for it to be in because I'm about to start my journey on to motherhood, to feeding my baby, and I have no idea what that's going to entail, to be completely transparent. So I do plan on breastfeeding. I also am open to using formula. I'm also open to doing both. I almost said neither. That's not an option.
Fed is best.
Yeah. So I do have 2 tins of the ByHeart formula. I have multiple friends actually who use this formula. So I'm very excited to have them as a sponsor because I feel like they're just well trusted and they have a really innovative brand and formula. So obviously, when you're a parent, you want the best for your kid. You want to feed them something that's going to, have clean ingredients and get them what they need. So ByHeart is an infant nutrition company built from the ground up to deliver real innovation on behalf of babies and parents. Their mission is simple: make the best formula in the world. Using the latest in breast milk science, ByHeart created a clinically proven, easy-to-digest infant formula that's made with organic grass-fed whole milk, certified clean ingredients, and features a patented protein blend that gets closest to breast milk. So I actually have a friend who is currently using ByHeart formula, and she was breastfeeding and it wasn't going really according to plan, and she switched over to ByHeart formula and she said her baby has been doing really, really well. So obviously I don't have a personal testimonial yet as my baby is not here yet, but that was really good to hear. And I just feel like it's so important to obviously do your research with these types of brands, especially if you're giving it to a brand new baby. You don't want something that has, like, I was shocked to find out that a lot of formulas actually have oils and like weird ingredients in them that you just would, don't want to be giving your brand new baby. So this year, our friends at ByHeart, the only American-made formula with globally sourced ingredients to use organic, grass-fed whole milk, never skim, are celebrating the ways in which they never skim on anything, especially your babies, which we absolutely love.
ByHeart never skims on healthy fats, using only organic grass-fed whole milk. So their whole milk is full of healthy fats like naturally occurring MFGM, which play an important role in the baby's brain development and growth. ByHeart also never skims on protein, so their patented protein blend gets closest to breast milk thanks to the 2 most abundant proteins found in breast milk, plus broken down proteins. It's really scary to not know what you're doing when you first, start to try and breastfeed and maybe it's not going well and then you have to use formula and then you're like, well, there's all these formula brands. I don't know what to start with. And you want to do what's best for your baby. With Case, I breastfed for a year, but we started supplementing with formula when I would travel, like when we go on tour and stuff. And so I bought some ByHeart for this time around. I'm still breastfeeding right now, but I know as things kind of get crazier, and especially if you're a working mom and you're trying to pump, but you need formula as well, you want a good brand that you can trust. And ByHeart, I have a tin in there ready for me whenever I need to start using it. And it gives you peace of mind to know it's there, it's good for them, and they're going to get everything that they need. And again, I know we've already talked about this, but the part about ByHeart that's just so amazing is that they do use whole milk. So because formula has so many different ingredients, when you read the back, sometimes you're like, okay, where do I start? But usually the first one is that other brands use is skim milk, and ByHeart is using whole milk, which gets the whole literal picture for their health.
Obviously, Chelsea and I are always talking about, we never skim on ourselves. We don't want to skim on self-care, on anything like that. So, of course, when it comes to our babies, like we're going to double down on that and definitely just try and get them the best of the best always.
So ByHeart never skims on their standards. Their formula is made with certified clean ingredients. Plus, it has no soy, corn syrup, GMOs, or palm oil. And they never skim on digestion. So their formula is clinically proven versus a leading infant formula for easier digestion, softer poops, and less spit up, which is just all around great. So if you are looking for a formula to have, you're just about to have a baby, you want to have something just in case. If you're looking to switch formulas or looking to add formula into your, baby's diet, whatever it is, if you're curious about ByHeart, you can redeem your welcome offer at byheart.com/podcast with the code WhatWeSaid20 for a limited time. Additional terms and conditions apply. Again, that is byheart.com/podcast, and then use our code WhatWeSaid20 for a limited time. Go check it out. Thank you to ByHeart for sponsoring this episode.
To top it off, yes, this doesn't necessarily matter completely, but the branding is also really great on this brand. Every time I've seen it, it like catches my eye, and it's really, it's a beautiful brand. They obviously, to me, if someone has also great branding, they really care about their products, and they really put a lot of time and intention into their company. And so that is also a green flag that I love about ByHeart. So again, go check it out. True or false, what you eat while pregnant can have an effect on your baby's flavor preferences.
I think that's true.
Really?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Because I remember eating spicy food after I read that to be like, okay, hopefully they like spicy food. So
true. Are carrots your favorite vegetable? It's possible that it'll be your baby's too. The flavors from the food a pregnant mother eats is transmitted into the amniotic fluid and swallowed by the baby. Research has found that exposure to different flavors while in the womb had an effect on a baby's flavor preferences when beginning to eat solid foods. Not me
like
eating
hot Cheetos.
Literally Uncrustables. When I posted my screenshots of my first trimester texts between me and Leif, I posted a few of them on my Instagram story the other day, and it was just like, hi, can you, like, me texting from the other room, or like he'd be gone, I'm like, can you please get me an Uncrustable? And so many girls replied, they're like, it's the Uncrustable for me. Like, that was my first trimester. Mm-hmm. That is what I ate. And I'm like, what is the
allure?
Yeah, I don't know what it is about an Uncrustable that was like one of the only things that would ever sound good to me when I was
peanut
sick.
butter. I think it's because the peanut butter is the only source of protein you can hope to get. Because you're not eating meat. Like you're not eating chicken.
No,
when you're so
nauseous and you're throwing everything up. No,
like peanut butter is really the only thing that's like, okay, it tastes good enough. It's not too flavorful. It's not gross at all. Yeah. So I can eat it and kind of get a little sustenance.
I think that for me, early on, it was just like sweet stuff, which people say that with girls, like that you crave sweeter stuff. I don't know if that's true, but I felt like that grossed me out less than like savory, super flavorful food, just in general. Yeah. Like sweet stuff, PB&J, butter with toast, popsicles, like fruit, things that were just sweeter. It didn't make me feel as like
sick.
Like if I'm gonna, I'm not gonna get into the gross stuff, but it's like
it feels safer too, because like sugar doesn't go bad necessarily,
right?
As much as like vegetables or meat, where it's like maybe for your own safety.
True.
Your nausea does that to be like, okay, don't eat anything like that because they could get you sick.
True. Maybe that's it. Well, can't wait to see what she's into, what flavor she likes, because
it would make sense why Case's favorite food when he started eating solids was avocado, because I ate avocado toast. Like,
oh my gosh, I eat avocado toast all the time. Actually, she's probably gonna love that
when she wants chai and avocado toast.
Yeah, she's gonna love her breakfast every morning. What is the name of the hormone produced during pregnancy that helps prepare the pelvic area and cervix for birth by loosening ligaments? What is the name?
Say that again.
What is the name of the hormone produced during pregnancy that helps prepare the pelvic area and cervix for birth by loosening ligaments?
Oh, it's like,
I don't have a clue what this is.
It's like not lactin. Something like lactin or something. Sounds kind of like that.
It's relaxin.
Oh, relaxin. Okay, yeah.
This is also why pregnant women can feel less stable as their ligaments have loosened. Additionally, women entering their second trimester may start feeling sharp pains around their hip, groin, and abdominal area due to the hormone relaxin, loosening the round ligaments, which supports the uterus, connects the pelvis.
Jeez.
Wowza. It's just so crazy that we have just hormones pumping through.
I know.
Weird stuff happening. You know what is also weird to me about pregnancy is just like the changes that would happen. Like, you know, when you have the app that's like, you might be feeling this.
Yeah.
And it would like be so accurate. I'm like,
I know.
this is just so weird that this is a universal experience. It would be like, you might be feeling this type of pressure in this area. And I'm like, yes,
Yeah,
I have
how'd
been
you know
feeling that
that?
exact thing. Or just something so specific.
Not even physical. It's like emotional. It's like a lot of girls say at this point they start feeling sad or like they start feeling a little anxious.
Yeah.
And it's like,
how did you know that?
That was today? Or like, you might have a burst of energy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
the nesting urge. I'm like, correct. Yeah. It was so weird. The other morning I woke up. I mean, yeah, I've been having like nesting urges a lot recently, but I had like a burst of energy and like cleaned our entire bathroom, organized it all. I've been kind of like putting it off, but it wasn't even like, oh, okay, I need to do this. It just was like innate. I'm like, I must do this right now. Yeah. Like there's no other option.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. And my app was saying, it was like, you might be feeling the urge to nest more. I'm like,
yeah,
you're spot on.
I know. It's
spot
like you
get
the energy of like you've never felt before. You're just like, I might not be able to walk properly, but I need to do all of this today.
Yeah.
Like the tiniest of chores too.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I need to clean out this junk drawer immediately.
Yeah.
Like I have a prompting to do so.
Same.
Your blood volume increases while pregnant. By what % does it increase? Okay, I think I know this.
Double or something?
I think it's like 150%. So like 2 times, or like, I think it's 150%. Right?
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Well, is that like crazy amount? Am I saying that percentage right?
No, I think, well, that's like 2.5 maybe.
Yeah.
I was going to say 2 times. Like, what's the percentage of that? 100%?
Your blood volume increases by 40 to 50%. Besides helping your baby grow in the womb, it also helps support the extra oxygen needed for healthy pregnancy. Okay, so 40 by...
So we're just stupid with math, right?
Yeah, by 50%. Like half of the blood you already have, you add that to the blood you already have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, half of the blood that you have is how much is being added. So not the full amount, but the half. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Which is still a lot.
Yeah.
Did you ever get nosebleeds in your pregnancies?
No. Is that a thing?
I did a few times.
Really?
I'd wake up with like kind of a bloody nose, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And then I read that it was normal.
Dang.
It's like, what the heck?
Okay, you read the rest.
Okay.
We are going to talk about Clean Simple Eats. We're jumping into an ad of one of our favorite sponsors ever, Clean Simple Eats. We absolutely love Clean Simple Eats because they're just that, clean and simple. Their protein powder is always grass-fed with no seed oils or artificial ingredients. They're third-party tested, non-GMO, and gluten-free. I have been trying to step up my smoothie game this just summer, and Case loves smoothies, and it's like a great way that I can get him some vegetables, fruit, all that stuff. So I've been really trying to experiment. So I made a smoothie yesterday with the coconut cream Clean Simple Eats protein powder. It's so good. It tastes so tropical with some pineapple. I put some spirulina in there. I added some blueberries and bananas and some coconut water, and it was so good. Still so, even though I used water instead of milk, it was still so creamy because of the Clean Simple Eats protein, because their protein powder is incredibly smooth, unlike other protein powders. And they have so many delicious flavors. I'm sure you've seen them before, like on your Instagram or on your TikTok. They just have the best flavors ever.
Yes, they have so many. You guys have to go to their site. We also have a code for you that we'll give to you at the end of this. One of my favorite flavors and go-tos is their chocolate brownie batter. It's so good. You can do like the chocolate protein powder with obviously a nut butter or something and banana, or sometimes I'll do it with cherries and do like a chocolate cherry smoothie, and it's so good. It's so creamy. It's truly like the best protein powder I've ever tried. And we've gotten so many people hooked on it. My family is huge into Clean Simple Eats. And there's no chalky texture, which I feel like a lot of protein powders have. It's like really hard to find one that just tastes good and also, has the servings of protein that you want in it. So each serving has 20 grams of protein. It's a great way to make sure you're getting enough protein in, which I've been focused on in my pregnancy too, is just trying to get in good protein. So We absolutely love Clean Simple Eats. You can visit cleansimpleeats.com and use code WhatWeSaid10 at checkout for 10% off your order. That is cleansimpleeats.com, code WhatWeSaid for 10% off your order. Go check it out. How soon, at how many weeks, does the baby's heart start beating in the womb? Well, I know with
Pretty soon.
IVF, it's like, I don't know how soon it starts, but they can usually see kind of like a flicker or whatever at like 6 or 7 weeks.
Yeah, I would guess it would
6
be like
weeks.
6 weeks.
At the end of the 4th week of gestation, the heartbeats of the embryo begin.
Wow.
That's like immediately.
So
That's like
early.
really early. I'm telling you also, just being able to see like the embryo
Yeah, that's crazy.
is a whole, just, it's a crazy experience. I mean, I guess I don't know any other way, but like, I just couldn't believe, even when we saw it at 6 weeks or 7 weeks, and it's just like ding, 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 and I'm like, you're kidding. It's a little ball. It's just it's an embryo. But it's a person. Like, it's the most crazy thing ever. I can't believe how much.
No, that's wild.
I just can't believe it. That's a thing. How soon can a baby start to hear in the womb?
I think like the second trimester. So I want to say maybe
like
by 20 weeks
Yeah,
maybe.
20 weeks is what I was going to say. At around 18 weeks, your baby can start to hear, and this sense will rapidly develop over the next few weeks.
That's crazy though.
That really is crazy. True or false, orgasms are more intense during pregnancy?
I'm going to go with true.
I think I would go with true as well.
Yeah. Because it's when you have an orgasm, isn't it your uterus that
It's like contracting kind of,
yeah,
right?
so then when you have like a baby in there, it's like okay, like it's like cramping.
I remember Lauren from
Speaking
Skinny
for a
Confident.
friend.
Like,
If my parents are listening, I've never had sex.
I'm still a virgin. I don't know, but I heard Lauren on Skinny Confidential years ago. She was like, Michael was scared that he was gonna literally poke the baby's head. Like, he was scared. And I'm like, actually relatable. Even as the girl, like, and also I had like strict rules with my IVF. Like, whatever. You're not supposed to have sex for the first little bit of IVF.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. But I found myself like, not that he was gonna poke the baby's head, but
Yeah.
I was like, this is like kind of scary because it's like, I don't know where's the baby located? Like, what is going on here? But obviously it has no effect on it. It's just so weird.
Yeah. It's like, let's not flatter ourselves. It's not reaching the baby's head. Okay. That's like, have you seen a doctor reach up to like feel the head? It's like elbow length. Like, I know we ain't walking around like this.
Please. Wait, did I say the answer? The answer is true.
No, you didn't.
Thanks to the increased blood flow during pregnancy.
Oh,
More sensitive.
yeah.
That
Makes
tracks.
sense. Makes sense.
Okay, true or false? Postpartum moms may lactate. Well, oh my gosh, may lactate when they hear a baby cry. I heard this is true. I think this is true. Isn't
I do
it?
that.
You do that. My favorite hobby.
No, but if I'm not wearing a bra and I'm just wearing like a t-shirt, and Elwood will start crying, like sometimes in the middle of the night, especially when I'm like, because I think you produce the most milk at like 3 a.m. It's like when your milk
Doubles hour. Wow.
Yeah, literally. In like early in the morning. So then if I'm changing him like early in the morning and he starts crying, because it's before I feed him, like I'll change him first and then feed him. Mm-hmm. And if he starts crying mid-change, my shirt's like soaked.
What the heck?
Yeah, so weird. Or if he starts crying, I feel the pins and needles.
It says that it's true. The sound of your baby or any baby crying can send a signal to your brain that it's time to start feeding.
Yeah.
This response is technically known as the milk ejection reflex.
Crazy.
And more commonly referred to as the letdown response.
Yeah.
Okay, that is absolutely wild.
Mm-hmm. It is really
cannot
crazy.
even comprehend that.
Because you can even even if I don't leak, I can feel me filling myself up. But I'm like like my ducts filling up. Like I don't know if it's called letdown because I think that's when it comes out. But like when your ducts like fill up.
Wowza.
Kind of feels like
that was
tingly.
it. That was all the questions.
Oh, wow. We nailed it.
We were just barreling through those. We were flying. That's really crazy.
Yeah.
I also do have a new appreciation just for for my mamas, mamas in general. I really do. I've heard a lot of people talk about that when they get pregnant. They're like, oh, now I know what my mom means when she whatever.
Yeah.
Like, just says she would do anything for me or whatever, you know? And I'm just like, wow, I already feel as though there will never be a day in my life that I am not worried. And I haven't even had the child yet.
Yeah.
And not in like a super anxious way, just like you care so much about them. And it's like,
yeah,
I can't imagine once she's actually,
I know.
on face to face. Like,
I can't remember who said it, but it was a guy who just had a baby and their dad. So the dad's dad, basically the night before the baby was born, went to his son and was like, the night before the baby was born, he was like, this is the last night of your life that you will not always have someone else in the back of your mind, like constantly.
Yeah.
Just like the last night of peace.
Literally, I will never know peace again. I had the same thought when we were on vacation because I was talking to my friend who has a baby and she's like, even when you are on like a trip alone with your husband or like you're alone with your husband, there's always this element of like it's not like you can't be present or you can't have fun with them anymore or something, but it's like there is always something on the back of your mind, which is like your child.
Yeah.
Like they'll never just disappear from your mind. Like, you can kind of, not forget, but
like go to a dinner.
Yeah, go to dinner and be present and not be like constantly worried, but you're still at the end of the day like a parent and that's never going to go away. And you're always going to be like just thinking about them and whatever. And I was like really letting that soak in. I was like, oh my gosh, because just the past like little bit, it really is. I didn't realize how, I think because we've been looking forward to this stage for so long, I've been under the impression that it's just going to be like we feel ready for it. You know what I mean? It's not like we're like, oh, we wish we had more time together. Because it's like we've literally like we've had a lot of time together. We've been married for 8 years, known each other for 9 years. Like we feel like we've gotten, I'm like, we've had enough.
Yeah.
But we've gotten our fix. We've traveled. We've done a lot of things we want to do. But like it was really setting in for me the other day where I was like, wait. And I was telling Leif.
Like, bye.
No, literally. I was telling Leif, I'm like, wait, I'll never have your undivided attention again.
I know.
And he's like, yes, you will. And I'm like, I don't know if it'll ever be. Will it be the same? He's like, you're my number one always. I'm like, I know, but I don't know. Once this, again, I'm like, I don't think you understand how much you're going to like love this kid.
Yeah.
And hopefully.
Yeah. It's like you are, but then, undivided attention. How do you really, what does that really mean? Because
I guess
maybe,
it's not like I think he's not going to prioritize me, but I'm just saying like,
but it's always like, if the baby's crying, I'm not just going to be like, well, do you still want me to rub your feet while the baby's screaming? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, obviously, no.
Yeah, take care of the,
Like, we're just like, we want to watch our show, but our baby is screaming. Well, sorry. My husband comes first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. It's like,
so it's like, you can like have planned undivided attention.
Yeah. But it's just going to be different.
It's like working it really is like working on a project together. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
But it's different. It's obviously not the same. Like that would be weird if it was the same as before. As I've been talking about getting back into my, I say fitness era, but just getting back into moving my body and adding some workouts and some exercise into my week postpartum, trying to get back into the groove of things. I have been going on a lot of walks and I'm going to, start running here soon, hopefully. And Rowback, one of our amazing sponsors, has some of the cutest shorts. They're called the Sunrise Shorts. They are so perfect. I literally need to order them in every single color. They're really cute and they have built-in liners, which is absolutely the best for going on runs or walks. And if you're not a big shorts fan, they also have a lot of skirts. You can wear them for pickleball, maybe a game of tennis, or just whenever you're on the move and you want to look extra cute. They have pockets built into the liner that are super convenient. And overall, it's just really cute and nice to feel cutesy while you're doing your workouts.
They also have their active dress. They figured out a way so that you can keep your dress on when you gotta go, if you know what I mean. They call it their GTG technology, and it's amazing. It's also super comfortable, flattering, and just great for whatever the day has in store. I feel like this would be obviously cute to wear on a little pickleball date, tennis date, golf. You know, there's lots of different places that an active dress can just be the move. So if you haven't already, it is now time to try out some Rhoback. Use the code What We Said on Rhoback.com for a generous 20% off your first order through the end of this week. That is spelled RHOBACK.com. That's 20% off all shorts, skirts, dresses, and more with code What We Said. Stay comfortable all day with Rhoback. I know my friend was making me emo because she was saying, she's like, I know, am I going to cry again? I'm saying this, goodness gracious. I'm sick of crying. She was just saying, she's like, I just know you and Leif are best friends.
Yeah.
And she was like, that's how I feel about my husband, which maybe it's like, yeah, everyone feels like their spouse is their best friend. But I truly believe some people, like,
Yeah.
they actually maybe don't feel that way, or I don't know. She was like, I just know that you and Leif are each other's people. And it's like, she was just like warning me, like, it is going to shift things, and like not in a like bad or scary way. Just you wait, mama. The warning of a century. I'm like, leave so depressed.
In my nightmares, that I just you wait, mama.
Literally, my sleep paralysis demon. Just you wait. I'm so serious. But yeah, she was just saying, like, it will, do I have, like, literally sunscreen in my eye or something? I don't think I was wearing sunscreen today. My eye's burning.
Pretends like you're not crying.
I'm like, oh, that's it. Allergies. Anyway.
No, things in my eyes.
She was just saying, like, it will change the dynamic. Like, you're not going to have as much, you know, time together.
Yeah.
Like, and she's just like, I know how, like, just close you guys are. And, like, I'm just warning you, it's going to be different, but it's going to be so special. And anyway, it was just making me emo. I'm like, oh, wow. End of a chapter.
End of an era.
The end of a marriage. It's sad. It's exciting though. It really is.
You just have a screen, like a slideshow and this like of you guys married and then just like a broken heart.
Like the Parent Trap picture like separates. It's like ripped. I'm like, well, it was a good run.
No, it's like, I mean, I'll just speak from personal experience. It's just, I like a challenge, you know? It's just a new thing. It would be boring if it's just like you guys doing the same old thing all the time. It's like, so when you are in it and you're like working on this project together.
I'm not laughing at what you're saying.
What?
I'm laughing at something else.
What?
No, it's stupid.
Just say it.
No. No, it's stupid. It was a joke I was gonna make because you're like, well, let me speak from personal experience. I was like, make it quick.
Wait, what?
No, make it quick because
I'm screaming. No time. 2 seconds. You guys, I'll just have to, we'll wrap it up with this. Okay, and then I'll really quick.
Okay, let me give a little bit of context. We're having some technical difficulties and we have like a finite amount of time we can record. Usually our cameras, we can record for like hours if we wanted.
Yeah.
But for some reason right now, long story short, we have to like keep it concise. And so, and we like to yap. So I was just about to be like, make it quick.
Yeah. Well, this will be quick because I was going to say it. I like a good challenge, you know, of something that you can work on together. It's definitely, you know, it's not the same amount of time that you have together. And it's like I was saying, you have to, it's just more planning and it's more like intentional, which, you know, keeps you on your toes where it's easier. I think it's just easier to like slip into ignoring each other, but it is easier to just like, oh, when it's just you two,
you have all
the person you go to all the time is going to be that person, but it takes more effort, I think, to keep the connection alive in like a romantic way. And I think that's
probably a good thing. Yeah,
I think it's fun. Like and it gets easier. It's like, I think that's important to remember too. It's like if it's hard in the first little like bit as you're trying to navigate how to be parents together, and also, you know, how you're parenting. It's like, okay, now we have a whole new thing to argue about, like how we're parenting. Even though even if you have the exact same morals as somebody else, it's like, I think he should eat this way. And Nick's like, well, no, I think he should eat this way. It's like, okay, well then we have to figure out a compromise of, you know. But I feel like it gets easier once you get into the groove of things. But the first little bit, it's like, you've never done this before. So you're just both trying to work it out. Also, you're like, you're way more likely, I think one of the main things is you're way more likely to be like overstimulated. So then it's not like
overwhelmed.
Yeah, you're not in like an open, like, I want to be touched right now. I want to be like going out, and it's like you have more moments where like I want to be alone in silence, watching my brain rot TV just by myself.
Yeah.
And so then it is more of like planning, because it's like, okay, well, we want our alone time, but then we want to be together, and we only have this amount of time, you know, to get those things done. Mm-hmm. So
I was going to say that also that feels like a new, or something that Leif and I haven't had to be super intentional or work really hard at, because we've had so much time together and we work together, and it's like, it's not that hard for us to spend time together. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's never been hard, because we've had to do the opposite, where we have to be intentional about being like, you go do that, like, you go surf, you go whatever.
Let's have our alone time.
Yeah, I'm going to go here, like, let's have our separate time, so we're not literally together 24/7, which is a different thing. But yeah, I feel like it'll be different to have our time taken up by something else additionally now. And yeah, I am honestly really excited. Like I said, it's fun. It's a challenge. It's something new. It's what I was saying is my favorite part of pregnancy has been that it has been thinking about our new life together. Like it just feels fresh. And so I'm excited.
I would compare it to, literally, I'm feeling stressed out because of the time. I can't even think.
I know.
I would compare it to like, okay, when you're single to then like moving in with a guy. It's like, yeah, that's very different. And there, you might look back and like, oh man, like when you were single, you got to just like have, you know, all this freedom.
Girls' nights and whatever,
but then obviously it's so much more fun, and it's a different thing, and you're moving on to the next stage. And so it's kind of the same. It's like, I feel like, you know, Nick and I's marriage gets stronger every year, and like we like each other more and more. And even when we had Elwood, like I remember the second week we were looking at each other and we're like, we got this. Like, we're doing good. Like, we've been working this out. It's been a couple years now. We've been parents together. Like, and now we're adding another one. Like, we're figuring this out. It's very rewarding to like figure it out too. So.
And like you said, life isn't meant to stay the same.
No.
Like, that's not the...
And just be easy going all the time.
Yeah, like it's good to have challenges and to have different things that switch up your lifestyle and put you into different situations that you grow. Like, you evolve. That's what life's about. So,
And you have way more like moments where you are like literally crying together because you have this little baby. So you're just like bonding over something else besides like you two. It's like, oh my gosh, there's this little baby. Like, you know, you have so much more to like talk about. It's different. It's just fun.
Yeah. And it's your creation together. Yeah. Which is so crazy.
I know.
I can't believe that part of it too. And I know people say that like classic thing of like a mom becomes a mom when she gets pregnant, and like a dad becomes a dad when he like meets the baby, because they obviously aren't physically carrying the child. And whether that's true or not, it's like, and I haven't experienced it quite yet, I do feel like
he's gonna be wrecked.
Yeah, like love. Oh my gosh, I can't even just like fathom how obsessed and in love he's gonna be, and me too. But it's like you're feel a little more connected, and I'm getting a taste already for the past 9 months, and I feel like I've already, you know, sacrificed so much of myself.
It's on your mind like 24/7.
Yes, and like he's so excited, but I'm like, no, sir. I think once you meet her, you're going to be like just in complete awe. Yeah, just with how obsessed he is with Lady, I can't even imagine. So
yeah, I know. Anyway. It'll be so fun. I cannot wait to meet her.
Me too. It'll be very, very fun, exciting time. So I will be back, hopefully with my birth story, if I have the baby, just as the one person to like, somehow I just don't give birth ever.
Like I'm just pregnant for the next 5 years.
Who knows? But yeah, that's probably like the next time that we'll chat. I'm excited to give you guys all the tea, all the updates.
Yeah. You guys are just stuck with me for the next couple weeks.
It'll be fun. I'm excited to be a Valley girl. I'm excited to listen. Like I said, if you guys want updates, you can go to like on my social medias, but I'm not positive how much I'll be posting, since I am trying to like, obviously I'm taking a maternity leave off the podcast, and I just don't know how much I'll be posting on my other accounts too, but it doesn't mean that I'm not well. Yeah. I don't want people, if I don't post for a little bit, I don't want people to be like, oh my gosh, is it okay? Like I'll keep you guys updated. If something horrible happens, I'll let you know. But I think it'll all be good, and just go to my Instagram for updates, I guess. You can follow us on Instagram too, at What We Said Podcast. As always, you can watch us on YouTube, What We Said Podcast. watch some TikTok clips. If you're feeling super nice and just want to leave us a rating and review, you can do that super easy on the Apple Podcast app or Spotify. It's very, very simple. Helps us out a ton. We really appreciate it. We love you guys so, so much. And
That's what we said. Bye.